Hello everyone and welcome to the Dragon Code. In this video we will cover combinators and pseudo-elements in CSS. With combinators you can combine selectors, and with them you define a relationship between selectors. In this picture you can see combinator selectors, descendant, child, adjacent sibling and a general sibling selector. In this page I will add one div element, and inside the div I will add h3 elements, heading 1. I'll add 3 h3 elements, and I will also add one after div and one before div. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll add internal style. I will select div and then I will use descendant selector, so I will just add space and then h3, and I will add background color blue. And this means that all h3 elements that are descendant to div element will have background color blue. And let's open this page in browser. And here you can see that only h3 elements that are inside div have background color blue. Now I will put heading 4 inside article element. And let's see that in browser, and you can see that heading 4 again has blue background color. Next selector is child selector. It is arrow right, and you can see now that heading 4 element doesn't have background color blue. So this child selector means that only h3 elements that are child to div element will have background color blue. Heading 4 is descendant to div, but it is not its child. Article is child of this div element. Next combinator selector is adjacent sibling selector, and this means that every h3 element that comes right after div element will have blue background color. So I will add more h3 elements, 6, 7, 8, and here I will add div element. Heading 5 and heading 7 h3 elements come right after div elements, so they have blue background color. And last combinator selector is general sibling selector, and it has this tilde sign. And this means that all h3 elements that come after div will have blue background color. Heading 1 is before div, heading 2, 3, and 4 are in div, and heading 5, 6, 7, and 8 are after div elements, so they have blue background color. Now we will move on pseudo-elements. Pseudo-elements are used to style part of element, and they can only be used with block elements. This is syntax. You write selector, then double colon, and you write name of pseudo-element. And in this picture you can see pseudo-elements. First letter, first line, before, after, marker, and selection. And let's try those pseudo-elements. I will add one h3 element and text heading 3, and in style element I will use tag selector h3 and pseudo element first letter. I will change font size of first letter to 30 pixels. I will use text transform lowercase, and I will use color property green. Let's see this in browser. You can see how I change style of first letter in this H3 element. Then I will add H4 element and I will generate here placeholder text lorem. I will set width of H4 element to 300 pixels. And then I will select first line in H4 element. And now I can add style to first line in this H4 element. So I will add color purple and background color yellow. And you can see that style is applied to first line in this element. Next, I will use pseudo elements after and before. I will add here 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3. Here in style, I will use P before, and I will add content. This is paragraph text. And I will also use after pseudo element. I will also add content. End of paragraph. So with before pseudo element, I'm adding content before every paragraph, and with after pseudo element, I'm adding content after each paragraph. Off. Next pseudo element is selection. By default, when user selects text, color is white and background color is blue. But I can change that with selection pseudo element. So I'll add here selector and then selection. Background color purple and color yellow. And now selected text in paragraph has a yellow text and purple background. Next pseudo element is marker and it is used to style list marker. So I'll add one order list item first, second, third. And now I will use marker pseudo element. I don't need selector, I just need 2 colons and marker. Now I can change font size. I will set 30 pixels and color blue. And now markers have font size of 30 pixels and blue text color. You can also use selection pseudo element without selector because I use it in paragraph only when I select text in paragraph that style is applied, but when I select text in H4 element that style is not applied. But as I said, I don't need any selector, I only need pseudo element. And now every text on this page has that style. This is all for this video. If you like this video and want more videos like this, press like button and subscribe, and see you next time.